Relax the shoulders and the ears. Those skin pull down from underneath the sit bones. And then just engage the pee and gas a little bit, just squeeze it. And then notice, get a little taller. What? And then just relax. Shrink back down. But be aware of what's shrinking. Are you rounding? Are you slouching? Again, start by inhaling, engaging that pee and gas, and lengthening, stacking those bones of the spine. It adds a little bit of engagement just to protect that low back and relax the shoulders. Again, smile. Breathe. Breathe. Let the tongue fall from the roof of the mouth. Unclench the jaw. Sit up a little taller. Then this time we're just going to make some nose circles. So we're just going to take the nose up and do a little circle 3 times in one direction. And then 3 times in the other. And then nice and easy, hold it there. Let's go ahead and drop the right ear to the right shoulder. Pull the right shoulder down towards the ground. And then take the high balls of the nose up towards the ceiling and press that right shoulder down, hit that space. And then gently bring that nose back down towards the chest. Roll it on up to center. Inhale, adjust that spine. And then exhale, send that chin down. Left ear down to the left shoulder. Left shoulder comes down towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, send the nose up to the ceiling. Shoulder down left. Breathe in. And then nice and easy, bring it back the way you came in, rolling it back down and back up to center. Great. Straighten up those legs. Shake them out. Point and flex, alternating. Still, look in the mirror, make sure you're not like this. Letting things just hang out. So you really want to keep that pee and gas engagement, and then just circles. That direction. And then we're going to cross the legs the other way. So one was tucked under, it's going to be on top this time. You know where it's uncomfortable. So we're going to open up the chest a little bit and the arms before we get started. So we're going to inhale the arms up. Then we're going to exhale, we're going to wrap them behind us. You can interlock the fingers. You can send the shoulders and the fists down towards the ground. You can grab opposite elbows or wrists if that feels better. So you have a little more support in the back, like Wednesday is doing. You don't want to round and sink. You want to sit up tall still, squeezing that pee and gas in. Slight engagement in the abs and shoulders are rolling down. Breathe in one last time. And then now exhale, roll it out, release those arms and stack it up, sitting up tall, roll out the shoulders, forward and back. Then we're going to inhale those arms up. And let's make a W, open up the chest, kind of like when we're standing, we're going to exhale, really opening these lats, inhale, reach, exhale, hands to heart center. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale into that W, open the chest. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Relax those arms down. So one at a time, release those legs. I'm sure they're going to regret being off after. All right. So kindly keep the feet hip distance apart. If it feels good to keep them together, do. If you don't have to, mine naturally just fall on the foot. part anyway now, so we're gonna do some side bends. So we're gonna take those arms out. We're gonna inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm is gonna reach up. We're gonna go and like we're pretending like we're leaning over a beach ball, and we're gonna round up and over so that left rib cage does not sink. Keep the right rib down. Inhale, back to center. Lengthen. Keep those feet engaged. Exhale, other side. Remember, up and over that beach ball. Keep that left hip down. Inhale, back to center. And then just let your breath rock and roll side to side. Just a real quick breath, supporting to your body. Sometimes we always want to make sure that our bodies are doing an extra huge movement. It can be super small, it might be even just a little smidge. That's okay. Muscles tend, when they're asleep and they're atrophied, the other muscles that are bigger in the process, they like to take over, and then our little ones forget what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to help. Last one here. And bring it back to center and drop. Take those feet out a little more, just past the hips. This is called saw, so we're going to add a little twist. So watch me first. Inhale as we come up here. We're going to twist. Exhale, saw off the baby toe for 3. Inhale, back to center. Twist. Exhale for 3. Inhale, back to center. Twist, exhale. Inhale, back to center. Twist, exhale. Back hand, palm flips down so that shoulder is comfy and it's not all tweaked, yeah? Inhale. It's kind of hard for me to remember that, so that's why I tell you later. Thumbs down on that back hand. There's a lot of things to remember. Breathing's important. Watch those legs. Make sure one heel doesn't pop in front of the other. Last one. Finish off. Inhale. Nice and easy. Tabletop. Whew. How's everybody feeling? All right, so wag the tail side to side with the hips. So there's a couple of things we can do to loosen up those hips. We can do a couple of figure eights. Figure eights is just bringing that right hip to the right heel and then swinging it over to the left. Right shoulder swings you around the right wrist, over to the left and back. Go ahead. Breathing the whole time. So when you come over those wrists, make sure those fingers are engaged and you're not, cracking those wrists. And then make sure you go the other direction for the same amount that you did that side. Allow the breath to connect to those muscles that are moving around. Perfect. Last set and come to neutral spine. And we're going to do some inhales and exhales to back and down. So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, take your chest up, use those fingers, and then exhale, really round the spine like a scaredy cat on Halloween, press into the hand. Inhale, back. And exhale. So keep going, just close your eyes and allow the breath to move you back and forth. Connect the tops of your feet to the ground so you're stabilized. Make sure those arms are stacked underneath the shoulders, wrist elbows are nice and lined, hips are over those knees. And then just like we did that W, stretch out the thoracic. That's what we're doing here. And then nice and easy neutral spine. We're going to tap the toes and send it back to downward dog. So watch yourself here. You get a little lightheaded, you have high blood pressure, eye pressure problems, anything like that. Vertigo, no downward dog. Lifting those heels, walking out those dogs. Well, what can you do if you can't do a downward dog? Okay. All right, nice and easy. We're going to bend the knees and walk the hands. Press out those fingers, walking back towards the feet. Make sure the feet are underneath those hips. We're going to forward fold. I'm keeping my knees bent because of my low back injury. Hang on here like a rag doll. Interlock those arms. I'm just going to sway side to side, slowly and gently, and breathing. Just make sure you're not bouncing around. Remember, this is your spine. Gently and slowly drop those arms, let them dangle. A little yes, please, with the head. Little no, thank you. Softly, I don't know, with the shoulders, into the ears and away. Again, shrug your shoulders and away. Last one, shrug and away. Bend the knees. We're going to roll up, stacking those vertebrae, press into the feet. Squeeze the pee and gas. It protects that low back. Shoulders up and back. Inhale, arms up. Reach for the stars. Exhale, cactus. Open up that chest. Inhale, reach. And exhale, exhale. Hands and feet together. There's a couple of ways to go down. My favorite, of course, is the reverse swan dive. I always feel like I'm going to imaginarily dive off that cliff, but I'm afraid of heights, so this is why I do it here. So, taking it down in a forward fold, whenever we do that, you're more than welcome to follow it down. You're more than welcome to just come here, take it down, and I prefer inhale ones. And then I just swan dive. We're going to inhale halfway. And we're going to exhale forward fold. Plant the hands, walk it back out to downward dog. We're going to take the right hand and reach over to that left ankle. So, squeeze the pee and gas. Find the stability in the hands and shoulders. And if you can't reach the ankle, reach in that vicinity. Okay? Breathe. Nice and easy. Put the hand back. And then switch sides. So, if downward dog is an option, tabletop can be, and you're just going to reach that hand to the knee. Make sure you continue to breathe. Last one. Place that hand back, drop to the knees, open those knees wide, big toes touch, child's pose, walk those hands up. Your spine should be nice and long now, so make sure you're lengthening through that child's pose. You're not curled up like a pull-up. All right, lengthen. That's why you come to yoga, because you're inflexible. In a long time, the muscles are atrophied, they've gotten lazy like the rest of us, yeah? And some of them are just like, well, he's the boss. Why should I even bother? Because everybody matters. Inhale. Exhale, nice and easy. Slide those hands under the shoulders. Bring it on up to a tabletop. Every little muscle and ligament matters. Slide it out. Even the ones that are injured, stay still, move up, tuck the toes, send it back, downward dog. Okay, remember we worked on these a little bit yesterday, and my classes worked on these before. So we're gonna lift that left leg into the hip socket, and then place it down. So this requires us to squeeze that pee and gas, to use the pelvic floor muscles to lift those feet. So try to lift it straight in the socket and try not to let it swing back, swing out to the side. Try not to lift the toes on the other side so you feel like you're lifting on the tippy toes. It's going to get higher and better. It's not. Switch sides. Pull from that pelvic floor, from those lower abdominal muscles that connect to that quad, that connect to the glute and the hamstring to lift the leg. Two more. And then let it float on down. When you're tired, drop to the knees, child's pose. So this is one of the few exercises or asanas that I truly hated, but I truly needed because I didn't have that lower abdominal connection. And so I didn't know that those were even there. Even though they tell you your uterus is like a basket, it's weaved and it's got muscles. Just the visual wasn't completely there. Okay, so when you're ready, 2 more breaths. We're going to try again. Inhale, exhale, child's pose. I'm sorry, tabletop, tuck the toes, downward dog. Okay, this time you're going to travel. Now again, if it doesn't feel good to travel, don't. Start with the left leg, lift that left foot into socket, and then take a step. Don't swing it. Place it down. Inhale, suck it back into that socket. Don't let it swing. And place it right back where you got it, and place it down. Which leg? Now, mind you, that foot may not move up very far to take a step. That is not the point. The point is you have to have control. That hip socket and hip joint, those ligaments are going to move that way. You keep those when you get older. The same way. So this is that's what we do. Okay. So I want here. Okay. And try to close your door. Anybody not feeling that? Okay. We're only going to do one more set. It seems like I hate you so much. So, if you feel like taking a hop toward your hands, you can. Okay? So this is all about getting the feet to the hands in downward dog. That's why we're doing that. So that we can even lift the leg up without going, right? Like using the other leg to lift us up instead of using those lower abdominals where it's controlled. So when you're ready, inhale. And exhale. Downward dog. You're going to alternate legs. You're going to start with the right. Suck it up, suck it in. Take that itty bitty step. And then take the other leg up and in. Bring it up to meet the other one. Now take that first foot up and back. And let the other one follow. So it should be a small step. Now you're walking it. Same way. The same way on me. This way. You're going to put a little more weight into the hands, okay? Make sure you're using straight. Now, take a look as much forward as you feel like it with both feet. Hop back. How do I do that? Bend the knees. Yes. Breathe. And bend the knees. Breathe. And bend the knees. You may not jump very far. Good job. Control it slowly. Beautiful. Guys all sweaty? All right, good job. Nice and easy. Child's pose. Bring the hands back towards the feet. Shake out those wrists. Woo. I thought this was a flow. So why do we have to work the abs? Well, had I known, I'd be a lot stronger than I am right now. But everybody's timing is different when they connect those muscles. Keep wiggling those fingers. Whew. All right. Nice and easy. Inhale, exhale, tabletop. Inhale, down. And exhale. Inhale, down. Neutral spine, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. We're going to go high on the toes, bend the knees. We just learned to do this. Top walk or float to the hands. Forward fold. Reverse the swan back. Inhale, reach up, reach up. You got it. That's it. Exhale, open up. Inhale. And don't be worried about how much time it takes you to get here. Everybody's different. Inhale, arms up. We're going to do a little warrior two. Exhale, swan back up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You're going to set that left foot back 90 degrees. Heel to arch alignment. And left hand is going to cartwheel up and open. And you're going to be facing that way. Okay, so from the feet, make sure those feet are heel to arch, heel to heel. Make sure that right knee is bent over that ankle. You're going to press the right knee out, engage that inner thigh. Now what's the left leg doing? Outside rim of the toes, the pinky toe should be engaged. You are locked into those legs. If I were to come over and move you wouldn't go anywhere. You're at, arms are nice and long. Gaze back into that left hand. Make sure it's at that shoulder level. And sink in a little bit more into that front thigh. Breathe. If it's too much for the hands here, you can leave them here. You can leave them here. Inhale. Exhale, straighten everything up to the ceiling. And exhale. With those palms, reverse them by reverse music. Now, reverse warrior, it really depends on how you're feeling it. If it feels good to have the head up, keep the head up. If it feels good to have the head down, keep the head down. Just remember that back hand is never pressing on that back knee. Breathe in the nose, out of the mouth. I want you to visualize here. Pressing into that right heel. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. I've been in the hospital a lot of times. Not for me, just me, my family. Straighten everything out. And every single one of them has oxygen. Straighten it out. And I'm sure some of you may have seen people that have oxygen in their nose and they're supposed to be breathing. We're going to go into side angle or supported side angle. Reach it forward, drop those arms, tick-tock. Now again, press into those feet, work those inner thighs. Supported side angle is here. Grace, you have a block. If you need it, you can put it here. Feel the feet, feel the legs. What part of the legs are turning on? What part of the hips are working? Where are your arms? Engage them, hold them straight like 12 and 6, like arms on the clock. Inhale. Press into that right foot, exhale, bring it back up into warrior two. Straighten it out and down. Exhale, bring it down. Flip those palms. Straighten it up. Bring it down. Flip those palms down. Straighten out that right leg. Just go hips to the left. Reach those hands forward and tilt them down. Use that block. Go into that side angle with the bent knee if that feels good. Better than keeping those straight legs. Find what works for you. Don't worry about what the other person's doing. Oh, look at them doing the handstand. It's taken years to get there. All right, last. Trikonasana here, breathe. Bend that right knee. Bring it on. Straighten it out. Bring it down. So if you have your chaturanga vinyasa, you can take it. If not, you're just going to cartwheel those arms down, step it back into a plank or tabletop, and then back into your downward dog. Good job. All right, good job. All right, let's take that right leg and step it forward. Just kidding, left leg and step it forward. Look the other way for warrior two. Yeah, see what happens when you always start to the right, you forget. Leave the right behind. All right, move it up. Take your time. Let the breath move you. No rush. Find your feet. Very important. Out and that right foot. Up. All the energy up this right leg. That knee bends over that last ankle. Arms nice and long. Find your breath. Anyway, my point to that story was, my dad and my sister were big culprits at this. They'd have the oxygen here and they'd be, I can't breathe. And I'm like, breathe in through your nose. Oh. And then 2 seconds, breathe in through your nose. So same thing here. When you get short of breath, it's because you're not filling the body. Okay? Into the nose. Let it come out of the mouth or out through the nose. Either way, it's going to come out. Straighten it out. Bring it down. Straighten it out. Bring it down. We're going to flip those palms. Reverse that warrior. Remember, the legs stay strong. They should not have shifted. That right knee is still, left knee is still pressing out. We're supposed to switch legs. All into place. Inhale. Exhale, bring it back down forward. 2. And just so you know, I had to lift my legs a few times because I thought, oh my word, geez, oh nice, and this and that. But when I go into Trikonasana, sometimes it has to be here because I have a bad knee and it doesn't work if it's all the way out there. So you have to find your comfort zone. Know your limits, search your body, know the edge, Inhale. We're going to straighten out that right leg. Distal hips to the right, reaching forward for Trikonasana. And again, you can go into that supported side angle, bend your knee. Just don't lose the connection in the legs. Don't lose the connection in the pee and gas, the floor of your pelvic. Pull it up and into the belly button. Last breath. Bend that left knee. Inhale, bring that. And exhale. Straighten it out. Bring it down. Down. Bring it down. Flip those palms. Bring it up. Down. Flip those palms and straighten it all back. Front leg is straight. Reaching back. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel it down to plank, tabletop. Hold your plank for 3, that's your push-up pose. And then if it feels good to chaturanga, take it. So beginning chaturanga, I'm going to show you here. Everybody else go ahead and press in child's pose. I'm more comfortable being here with my feet up, but that's just me. You don't have to. Then from here, I'm just going to lean forward. And then as I bend my elbows, they come into the ribs. And then how low do you go? As long as you can press that in. And then drop the hips. So this is baby. I lean forward, bend, because this is all I'm going to be able to do, and send it back. And then either in downward dog or child's pose. So that's your baby chaturanga. I call it babies because it's a little bit of movement versus the full plank. How's everybody doing? When you're ready, we're going to come into tabletop. Do a couple of cat cows, just to move some stuff around. We're going to tuck the toes, send it into downward dog. We're going to send that left foot up and down. Step it in between those hands. And we're going to go into a warrior one. So nice and easy. Right heel comes 45 degrees. Airplane arms. The feet are the same, except this time the hips are facing forward. So the hips are still like this. If your back foot, kindly turn it in so the heel is a little further back. And the hips come forward. Any way you want to sit with the hands, that's fine. Okay. So we're going to lengthen the abs here. So again, find your comfort. So from here, we're going to press our heels and toes into the ground as much as possible to get stable. Inhale. Hinge forward. Look in the mirror. Make sure you're not rounding. And you're going to get a nice angle from your heel to the toe, to the fingertips. Okay? Nice, long knee. All right. So energy from the heel to the tips. Inhale. Press into the left toes and hinge it back up. Interlock those fingers. Back heels with the circle. So we're going to go over that beach ball again. So press into the left toes. We're going to inhale, lengthen. And as you bend back over the beach ball, draw a line in the ceiling with the eyes and fingers. And again, just opening up that chest, that torso. And relaxing. Breathe. Feel everything working. Where is that connection to the abs? Okay. Inhale. Exhale. Back up. Drop those hands. We're going to step that back foot up a little bit. And we're going to have straight legs this time. So again, we're going to hinge forward. How far can we hinge is totally up to you. If you need to bend the knee, just do it. So from here, I'm going to inhale, lengthen, and I'm going to hinge forward using the abdominals that are connected to my low back. And then if it feels good, keeping those ears in line with the arms, drop it. If it doesn't, don't do it. Very important to keep those arms in line with the ears. If you cannot keep them clasped, don't come down so far. If you can't keep them in line with the ears, don't come down so far. Breathe. Woo. Breathe. All right, nice and easy. Press into the feet. Pull the lower belly in. Exhale. Inhale in. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Step it forward. All right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan again. Inhale, hop over. Exhale, clap your hands. Send that left foot back. Warrior one. Exhale, arms. Bring it on up. Other side. So let's hinge forward, and then we'll go over that beach ball. So inhale, and exhale, lean forward. So where is all the muscles at? So those inner muscles that connect to that quad and that thigh are being used. Keep the arms in line with the ears, right here. Can't keep them in line, don't come down so far. Suck in that pee and gas. Woo, breathe. Woo. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Open it up. Inhale. We're going to go over that beach ball. So keep that right knee bent. Nice and easy. Look back over. Follow that line on the ceiling. If it's too much to keep the legs that far apart, remember to bring them in a little bit more. Find your seat. Inhale. Exhale. Drop those hands. Ooh. Take them behind us for a second. Ooh. All right. Step that left foot. Inhale, lunge. We're going to hinge forward. So this is a safe place to be. Arms are wide, you keep them in line with the ears, you can lengthen the body. The challenge is keeping those hands interlocked and taking it home. So your choice of where you want to be today. Remember, the breath always leads you, so the inhale lengthens and the exhale just allows you to fold and float. Last one. Nice and easy. Bend that right knee. Inhale. Exhale. Oh. Inhale. Step it forward. Exhale. All right. We're going to take a step wide to the mat. Facing the mirror. Heels in, toes out. Little goddess. So kind of watch your knees and watch your ankles. If it's too much, bring them in a little bit. Okay, you don't have to be like splits. Okay, we don't want that. We just want a nice balance. So heels under hips if possible, and arms into cactus. All right. So from here, we're just going to lift the left heel, drop it down. Right heel, drop it down. And just alternate. Okay, so work from that pelvic floor, from that uterus, squeezing the pee and gas, connecting the heel. Remember, low back breath starts from all the way down. We want to activate those little tiny muscles. Now, it is totally up to you. If you feel like lifting both heels and dropping them down, do so. If you like the alternative of just alternating, just keep doing that. You're getting plenty of work, trust me. We're going to do 2 more. Now, variation here is to keep the heels down and straighten and bring it back down. If you're on those toes, you can stay on the toes and doing some goddess reaches. Yeah. So feel the heels pressing into the mat. If you have those heels down, feel the energy going through the legs, through the arms, through the fingertips. Take up your space. This is our universe. Last one, we're going to hold it up and out. Hold it, hold it. Bend the knees, bend the elbows, press the knees out for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1. Hold out, raise up, drop the heels, hands to the waist, and forward fold. Bend the knees, hands down, widen those legs out a little further if that feels good. And we're going to drop the head in between, keeping knees bent if that feels good. Oh, breathe. Just let the body hang. Now engage that pee and gas because you don't want to be like, hey. So keep a little bit of engagement there. You can feel what's going on. Bend the knees, hands to the hips. Inhale, exhale, send it up. Hop it on together. Top of the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, practice. Inhale, reach. Exhale, Utkatasana. Chair pose. So, look in the mirror. Make sure the feet are either hip distance apart or together. Personally, for me, I like a hip distance apart because I'm not a lot. So use the feet and gals in. Rib and hip connection always if you want to really eliminate that low back pain. Make sure you're not here though where the knees are past those ankles, under the toes, out the alley. You know, kind of like your skin. Yeah, but watch those knees. So if just a little bend is in your program today, that's where you are. Got bad knees? Breathe. Good exercise. Inhale. Straighten it out onto the toes if you can, and then bring it back down. And then up on the toes. Woo. And bring it back down. You see my ankles are still weak from it. And that's okay, but this is where it's going to connect. I'm just going to do it slowly. Woo. Find your chair. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back into plank. Woo. Right leg up and hover. You can do it on your hands and knees like that. Other side, drop it down, other side. So variation would be here. Okay. Drop it down, other side. Send all the energy out of that heel. Drop that one down, other side, last one, breathe. Woo. Drop those knees, shallow flow. Take a few breaths to calm the body. Exhale out of the mouth, nice and slow. Control it. You can hug. You can sigh. Just any kind of noise to let the body know that it's time to chill. We're going to be going into pigeon pose, double pigeon, and then pigeon again. So don't panic. You have blocks, you can use those if you need. When you're ready, inhale to the tabletop. Let's do a couple more cat and cows here. If you want to do some barrel rolls, I like to bring my torso up and around. It really helps to get some of those other muscles that think they're working, but they're not. A reminder. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be helping with this. Last one. So a couple of variations to get to pigeon, starting with the left leg. You can start here by sliding that knee up to that left knee to left wrist. Grab that right ankle, parallel that leg, and shift that right leg back. Or you can go into downward dog and swing that leg forward. So find your pigeon, wherever that may be. Make sure that back leg is as straight as it can be, and lift up, squeezing that knee and gas up into your throat. Breathe. Last one, breathe. And release that pigeon down and rest. Find your breath here. Send that breath to that left hip. Tell it, I'm so sorry. I love you. We're BFFs. We're in this together. You're not its best friend. Who does it now? Always look for adjustments if you need. Allow the breath to try to fill it. Thoughts for the mind so it's not thinking. Last 2 breaths. And remember, when you need to come out, you take your last 2 breaths and you come out. You don't need me to tell you you're in pain, you should get out. Okay? You should listen to your body at some point. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift. Torso back. Awesome. Now, nice and easy, sit that left hip down. Swing that right leg up and around. Grab that right. Place it over that way. That's fine. Possible. Inhale, arms up. And we're going to hinge. Remember all the hinging we did? So glue the sit bones down on the ground and just hinge forward. And then let the arms float down when you feel like that's it. That's how it can hinge. Let those hands float down. And then look at the mirror. Make sure you're not rounding that spine. You're nice and long. Nice and long. Yeah. Just breathe. No forcing. All right, last one. Slide those hands to the outside of those hips and inhale, lift up. So nice and easy. Let's straighten out that left leg. Hold on to that right ankle. We're going to cradle this right foot into those elbows. Just like that. And maybe it's here, yeah, or here. And then sit up tall. Try not to lean back. And then just rock that baby. I feel like I should be sitting. And then nice and easy. Nice and easy, put it here. We're gonna lean. Yeah, just say lean this way. Other side. Right leg goes back. Oh no, I'm sorry. So listen to me. Right leg comes in front. The girls are laughing, I know. Down there. Luckily I can't hear them Zoom right now. All right, find it. Straighten out that left leg. And it's not easy getting into this pose, so don't think, oh my God, I can't do it. Everybody knows this is hard. It's hard. Doing this is hard. But trust me, Makes life so much better. Nice and easy, bring it down. Find a place to rest. Slices up your sex life. Ooh la la. And as being women, getting older, I hear so many horror stories about sex, and it's painful, and it's this, and it's that, and I have found that using that new cue with peeing gas and really identifying those muscles that need to be activated changes a lot of things in someone's body. Makes you stand straighter and taller. Ooh, 3 more breaths. What else can you get rid of? Nice and easy. Place those hands under the shoulders. Inhale, lift that head and chest. Go ahead and lean up just a little bit, nice and long. And then sit back, bring it down. Bring that left leg around and over that right. So my left knee is up high. That's how tight my left hip is. It's always a joy to try to stretch that out. Make sure you stand tall, sit up tall, those hips are glued into that mat as you find that hinge. Relax the shoulders out of the ears, nice and long with that spine. Now, funny, of all places, just so you know, I'm feeling it right here. That's where I'm super tight. Everybody's going to feel it different. And every day you're in this pose, you're going to feel something different. Something else needs to be stretched, something's tight, something's holding something in. The hips are where we hold a lot of heartache, a lot of loss, a lot of pain. So it's really hard to release that sometimes. Inhale. Exhale, bring those hands back towards the hips and step it up. We're going to hold that left leg, straighten out that leg. Grab that baby. Woo. Just think, this is the only time you're really going to love your legs. Right? Most of the time you're pounding on them. Rather than stomping, stuffing your feet into your shoes. Well, not nowadays, we're all on what slippers at home, Zoomy. Nice and easy for you. Ooh, straighten out those legs, shake them out. Ankles point and flex. And do some circles and see how those ankles feel now. All right, we're going over a little time because we started late. All right, so I'm going to scooch on down to the end of my mat and I'm going to roll myself down. So we work those abs. I want you to C-curve it. Look and C-curve. Make sure those legs are carried into the mat and roll it down. If that elbow has to come down, use it. Bring your sunny arms up to the ceiling. Take those legs on up to the ceiling. Roll side to side just a little bit to make sure that spine lengthens out and relax the shoulders on the mat. Fingers and toes to the ceiling. Just let the blood rush from those limbs. Find your breath. Gratitude to your limbs. Thanking them for if they do a job or they don't. They're beautiful, they're attached to you, and they love you. Nice and slow, we're going to wiggle the fingers. Make a fist, flare out those hands. Make a fist, flare out those fingers. One more time, fist, flare. Slowly float those arms down to a T. We're going to point those toes. We're going to flare them out. We're going to point those toes and flare them out. One more, point and flare. And then nice and easy circles to the left, both ankles, 3 times. Stop in the middle and go to the other direction. Slow for 3, 2, and 1. Nice and slow. Bend the knees, bring those feet down one at a time onto the mat. Straighten out those legs, hands overhead, big body stretch, reach opposite ends of the room. Nice and easy, place those hands down alongside the hips about a foot distance apart. One last thing, we're going to bring those heels towards those hips. We're going to do one bridge just to engage the last bit of our lower abdominals. So nice and easy, we're going to tilt the pelvic floor towards the ribs. We're not even going to lift it off the ground. And then we're going to rock it back and take the hips over the pelvic and rock it back. And just keep rocking back and forth. Cloud back. Neutral spine. This time you're going to roll it all the way up into bridge, pressing into the heels. So when you're ready, inhale, exhale, start to roll up those hips, roll through that spine. Imagine there's a ball between those thighs, engage those legs, kiss them together. Use the fingertips, press into the heels, lift those hips up, squeeze those glutes, lift for 3, squeeze the knees, lift for 4, squeeze the knees, lift for 5, squeeze the knees, lift for 6, squeeze the knees, lift for 7, squeeze the knees, press into those heels, lift for 8, squeeze the knees, 2 more, lift, press into those heels, squeeze the knees, last one, press all the way up, eye on the toes, lift the heels and start to roll down one vertebrae at a time. Carefully and slowly bring those knees in one at a time into chest. Side to side. Thank your body for doing everything it did today. Release everything out. Big body stretch, hands overhead. One last time. Reach. And find your corpse pose. Shavasana. Take a few audible exhales out of the mouth, just to release. Cover the eyes, maybe. Soften the face. Uncrinkle the forehead. Unclench the jaw. Allow the tongue to fall from the roof of the mouth. Peel the shoulders away from the ears, unshrug them. Get that neck and shoulder and spine. One last adjustment. Those legs and arms, and just exhale into your mat, into the arms of Mother Earth. Find your breath. Breath should be slow, full. Shallow breathing. One. Filling the body. I am an instrument of peace. Oh, there is hatred. I so love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that I may not so much to speak, that I may console, understand, and love. There is no rush for movement, taking your time. If it feels good to wiggle the fingers and toes, you can. You can rock the head side to side. Just make sure you keep your eyes closed. Stay in this blissful moment. And if it feels good to move, you can roll onto one side, fetal position, but take your 3 grounding breaths. Releasing whatever else there needs to go. Storing back into the body. Renewing. May the light inside of me always honor the light inside of you. God bless each and every one of you for coming to my class. Have a fabulous week. Thanks. Thanks, ladies.